So this is an easy answer for me right here because a lot of narcissistic people have hero complexes and love to play the hero. You want to be on the camera, man? There you go. A lot of narcissistic people and toxic people alike like to throw themselves into helping other people and doing tasks for other people because playing the hero and fixing other people's problems is a distraction from fixing our own problems. It allows us to put stuff off that's going on inside of our own homes and inside of our own minds and help focus on dealing with somebody else's issue. And a lot of times you get narcissistic people that will do stuff outside the house that they don't do inside the house. Like if your house is burning down and the neighbor's house is burning down, they'll go put the neighbor's house out because the neighbor would appreciate it more. At least that's what narcissists think. And a lot of narcissists do help people out and do tasks for people because that way you owe them something later on. We can throw out the term, hey, you can't ever say I didn't do anything for you. So now we have leverage over you in situations. There's always a debt that you will owe for that help. I hope this helps. What is going on, beautiful people? Welcome to another episode of A Narcissist Explains. I am self-aware diagnosed narcissist Lee Hammock, and I use my platform on social media to raise awareness for NPD, get more people into therapy like myself, 4 years strong, and also validate the victims and survivors of said disorder. If this is your first time, this series is dedicated to making my TikToks and YouTube shorts longer and just, expounding upon them. Y'all know I don't cut the video once I get started, so... expounding upon them, like going into greater detail. So the TikTok you just watched was about a woman said, why do narcissists treat us like absolute garbage? When I needed his help, he was very there for me. He was always there for me. Because narcissists, even myself, I can speak on this from a personal standpoint as well, because I am a narcissist. Like a lot of narcissistic people that you will encounter in your life have hero complexes. We want to be the hero. So a lot of times we end up being the villain. You know what I mean? Or what Joker said, or who said that? Batman. You either die the hero, or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain. But narcissistic people, we want to be the hero. Die the hero, live the hero. To most people, to 99% of the people in our lives, we're going to be the hero a lot of times. We're always there for everybody. That's what makes the people closest to us the angriest, because you see the narcissistic person out there doing so much for other people, out there just helping other people with their bags and stuff like that, helping other people pay their bills, helping other people get work done and in school and stuff like that, rooting other people on, be the most their online presence. They're like the most enthusiastic, motivational person that people know, but to you get it the worst. And I tell this to people all the time. The closest people to the narcissist get treated the worst. And like she said, she got treated like absolute garbage because I don't think people realize this. Because you get treated so badly, the narcissist has disdain and hatred in our hearts. We project a lot. We don't really like ourselves, all that stuff. But you can hurt the narcissist more than anybody else can. I don't think people, when you're dealing with a narcissist, you have power. Of course, when you're dealing with a narcissist for an extended period of time, it gets stripped away from you. You feel like you have no voice. You feel like you can't say anything. You feel like you have to live in silence and things of that nature. But you have power. You have almost absolute power in this narcissistic relationship when you're dealing with a narcissist. You do. You feel like you don't, but you 100% do. I promise you that. You know what I mean? You just have to stand in your truth and stand in your power and you have to take your power back. I tell people, how do I take my power back? By setting your own boundaries for yourself. You can try setting boundaries on that narcissist, but that narcissist, we're gonna push through those boundaries. We just are. It's just like we see a boundary. It's like we run towards it. Like how a bull sees red, apparently, and sees a red cape and runs towards it. That's how narcissists are with boundaries. Like we be like, you see a boundary. You set a boundary. Like it's a boundary over there to the left. Just like Bobby Boucher from The Water Boy, like. Bowling through the boundary. We hate boundaries. We don't like people telling us no. We hate rejection and things like that. And you have the power to hurt us the most by telling us no and rejecting us. You don't think so because you've been conditioned not to feel like you don't have any power. But you do. You do. You are the most powerful person in a narcissist's life. The closest people to us are the most powerful people to us. You can hurt us the most. Go cheat on a narcissist and see how crazy they go. Watch them crawl and beg and scream and cry. Do something to reject that narcissist. Watch how much power they have. Watch how much power you have over that person. You don't think you do, but you do. But like when the hero complex kicks in, we want That's how you get addicted though, because the hero complex kicks in. It's the same person that hurts you. It's the same person that heals you. The same person that is putting your head underwater, drowning you, is the same person that throws you a life jacket and pulls you up like, oh, hey, you were drowning. You're like, thank you for saving me. You're like, how was I drowning? You forget how you were drowning because that person saved you. You forget that hand on top of your head holding you down in the water was the same hand that gave you the life jacket and pulled you out. The same person who doused you in gasoline and threw that match on you and set you ablaze is the same person that came through with the firefighter suit on and hosed you down with the water hose and the fire extinguisher. The same person. That gets you addicted. The highs and lows get you addicted. They're hurting you and healing you. Gets you addicted. That's why it's so hard for people to leave. You get in these toxic ass relationships and you don't want to leave them because you're addicted to them. Sometimes you don't even, I think a lot of y'all think you're still in love with this person. You're not in love with them. You're addicted to them. That's a difference. That's a difference. Because you can love somebody from a distance. You can't love an addiction from a distance. You can't love an addiction from a distance. You cannot fulfill an addiction from a distance. You can't do that. And that was fire. Don't quote that. You can love from a distance. You can love somebody over there. Like, hey, I love you. You way over there, but I can love you from a distance. And you can't be with me no more. But that addiction, that craving, that feeling of emptiness and loss and hurt when that person leaves you, that's an addiction. That's why I like when you're in a trauma bond with a narcissist, when you're trying to break it, it's just not just a mental thing. It's physical. You physically hurt. It's like you withdrawing, you need your withdrawal pod. Put you in a padded room and let you bounce around for a little bit. Let you bounce around for a little bit. Get that out your system. Because you have to cross to get past that. You have to cross that threshold. And then a narcissist is going to always try to be there for you. I posted a video the other day. I posted a video very, very recently where a man was just like, I'm always there for you. She's like, but you're abusing me. You abuse me. Like, goodness gracious, but you don't see that's abuse. You're abusing me. He knew it was abuse. He agreed. He's like, yeah, I do what I do, but I'm always there for you. You be letting other people abuse you and not even be there for you. I'm always there for you. What if you need something? Homie? Partner? And that's what he said too. He said, if you need something, I'm always there. So they know what they are doing. But as long as they feel like they're doing stuff for you, they feel like this makes it okay. You know what I mean? They feel like you can, like, this is one of the things that you will hear out of a narcissistic person's mouth a lot. You can't ever say I didn't do anything for you. You can't say I didn't do anything for you. You can't say I didn't help you out in this time of need. You can't say I was never there for you. So when y'all break up or go your separate ways, they're gonna throw everything, all this stuff. When you needed their help and they were there for you, you're gonna hear about that. Or you gonna do everything I did for you. You gonna let that go to the side? Wow, because I cheated on you 15 times. I cheated. Who cares? I cheated on you 15 times. I paid your light bill for 2 months. I got the kids. I got your kids from daycare twice in 10 years. They're your kids too. Who cares? I got them from daycare twice in 10 years. You got other people who beg and plead for a man or a woman to go get their kids from daycare twice in 10 years. You say you ungrateful. You ungrateful. They'll use the stuff that they do for you as a leverage. Because sometimes, like, the hero complex comes in, they want to be the savior, but that ends up being leverage. And people are like, people always ask me, how do I get a narcissist to leave me alone? How do I get them to go to therapy? It has some type of leverage. If you have no leverage, you have no way to get anybody to make moves. You have to have leverage on that person to get them to go to therapy, to get them to change their lives or whatever. And a lot of times people are just like, what is leverage? What does leverage look like? You have to answer that question. What does leverage look like to you? My wife's leverage was leaving. She's a stay-at-home mom. Her leverage was just packing her stuff up and dipping. That was her leverage. You know what I mean? I feel like, what's your leverage? Well, I don't want to leave. What other leverage? Just stay. Figure out what leverage it looks like to you. Sometimes you have to realize the only leverage that you have is leaving. That's the only leverage that a lot of people have. And it sucks to hear that, but a lot of times that's how it goes. A lot of times the only leverage that you do have, that you may have, is leaving. Because they're in control of the finances, they're in control of a lot of other stuff. And the only thing the only recompense? The only leverage you have is just dipping out. Removing yourself. The leverage you have is you. You're the leverage. Which is not, people's like, well, I'm the leverage. I don't feel like leverage. You are the leverage. And people are like, well, leverage doesn't mean anything. Leverage means a lot. Look up leverage and see how you can move a boulder with a rock and log in the right place. Leverage means a lot. You have to stand in your truth. And like, if a narcissist does something for you after hurting you, if they do something good for you, and you act ungrateful, you're in for it. You might trigger some narcissistic rage. See, that's what I did in the first place. That's why I did this stuff to you in the first place. You ungrateful. You ungrateful to stuff that people do for you. You just abuse me. I don't care what I did. I just did blah, 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 blah. Robot. The robot fumes go off in their head and stuff like that. So you have leverage, y'all. You have more power than you think. The closest people to a narcissist get hurt, you get treated the worst because you have the most power. You don't think so. The longer you stay into it, the less power you have. You feel like you have. The conditioning helps y'all. Anyways, y'all, thank you so much for tuning into another episode. I'm so grateful for y'all. Like this year, I'm trying to get 250 this year, y'all. So get another one of these YouTube plaques. I'm so thankful, y'all. I really am. Like and subscribe for more. Share this video going to. But the illness is out. Peace.